Hi, I'm Mike Dulaney from Bayshore Networks. Today we're going to show you how, using the Bayshore technology, which we've integrated into the Yokogawa CPU module, we can apply policies to network communications between systems within the industrial environment. And based off of certain actions within those policies, we can report on the telemetry data, or we can block certain actions from occurring. So here is the device that our technology is running on today. It's a Yokogawa CPU module. On this module are two networks. One represents the OT side and the other represents the IT side. Now there may be other configurations as well where this technology is appropriate. We're just showing you one use case today. Over here, we have a simple user interface. We're going to use this interface to apply policies to the network traffic and to take certain actions based off the behavior that's observed. Over here is a Kibana VM, which shows a visualization, and will show more visualization data of the telemetry data from the control systems environment. So if we go back to the UI, we can start with the demo. So right now, the enforcement mode is in neutral. So in other words, the Bayshore technology is allowing network communications to travel through the Yokogawa CPU module, but the Bayshore technology is not taking any action. It's not reporting, it's not blocking any behaviors from occurring. So if I click this report button here, the Bayshore technology will be reconfigured to report on telemetry data. So to show you the reporting use case, I'm going to show you a OPC UA client here. So this is an OPC UA client, but it could be an HMI, it could be something in the cloud, it could be a historian, or any kind of client for data within the control systems networks. And you can see for this demo, we have a boiler. And the boiler has a call for heat method that can be made. And so if I try to call for heat, I can set the temperature to 80 degrees. I can set it to 90 degrees. Or I can set it to a much lower value. So because all of the communications are traveling through the Bayshore technology, we can report on this telemetry data. And so if you look over here, you can see a plot of the data that we just observed. And so basically a policy was created that said to collect and report on all the telemetry data for the call to heat operation. But it could be other I/O values as well, and they don't necessarily have to be related to building automation and control. They can also be oil and gas telemetry data as well. So sometimes reporting is not enough. Sometimes you need a security element to your deployment, or a safety deployment element. So if we go back to the control interface here, you can see we're in report mode. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to set the policy to enforce. And what this is going to do is say that if the call for heat exceeds 100 degrees, to stop that from happening, because it's either a safety violation or it's a security issue. So if we go back to our OPC UA client, and we do the call for heat, you can see that we'll be able to set the temperature to 85 degrees, and it works. We can set it to 27, and it works. But if we change the value to, say, 200, it fails. So the Bayshore technology was looking at the traffic. It saw a call for heat that was outside of the allowed range, and it blocked at the network level that operation from occurring. So what you saw here today is reporting and enforcement of policies for the OPC UA protocol in a building automation scenario, but Bayshore also supports many other automation protocols and scenarios, for instance, in the oil and gas industry. So we also have protocol handlers which support Modbus and DMP3 and Ethernet IP, as well as HTTP. So additionally, our technology was living on this CPU module here. But in the future, the technology is very portable, so it could live in the cloud as well to secure cloud assets, either Yokogawa's cloud assets or Yokogawa's customers' cloud assets. So thank you for your time today.